Okay.
Okay. So the first one I wanted to confirm with you is question number 1.
Yeah.
Where it says, which of the following is the most common serious adverse effect of spinal manipulation?
Yeah.
So the most serious would be, I would think, would be a vertebral artery injury,
Yeah.
but where I started to overthink it, like, is the most common part.
That's not overthinking it. That's the question.
So initially I had said vertebral artery, but then when I got back to the most common, I'm like, that's not, it's the most serious, but I don't necessarily think it's the most common.
Yeah.
So then my next guess would have been the lumbar disc herniation.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
Okay. So I wasn't overthinking it then.
Hey, I mean, you've got to read the question. That's exactly right. You have to read the question. Yeah. Simple as that.
Perfect. And then I guess question number 8 was another one I was wondering if I was overthinking. Which of the following is the most consistent with the diagnosis of cervicogenic headache?
Mm-hmm.
So I went with the deep, sharp unilateral pain. The thing that threw me off with that is the deep aspect.
Yeah.
Is that?
Hang on a minute.
Because I was going between the deep, sharp unilateral pain and the superficial bilateral, but I wouldn't expect it to be bilateral.
No. Probably the most consistent with the diagnosis is trauma.
Oh, okay.
Like a deep, sharp unilateral pain would make me think of something other than, as a first guess anyway, make me think of something other than that. Person telling me they've got a headache following trauma, I'd be thinking cervicogenic.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So particularly if this has been going on for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to write that down. All right. Next page, I think I was good with. I just wanted to confirm 22. So which of the following defines an atrectic vertebral artery?
Yeah.
And that would be, it terminates as the posterior inferior cerebellar artery is what I had come to the conclusion of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a hypoplastic artery for less than 1 millimeter.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. I just wanted to confirm that hypoplastic was less than 1 millimeter, because there's another one, I think, that asks about a hypoplastic artery, and that's what I had thought, but I wasn't sure if it was that or just one artery smaller than the other.
No,
but it's not.
That's normal. It's actually
right.
It's normal to have one smaller than the other. There's usually the right one's the smallest.
Right. Okay.
Equal size is actually unusual.
Okay. Okay, and then I guess the next one would be number 35. So which one of the following statements about models of manipulation are true?
Yeah.
So I ended up going with the bottom one, all of the above.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
okay. It does all of those.
Okay, that's what I thought. The part that was throwing me off was directly affecting the neurophysiological effect, directly affecting muscle tone, because I figured there was neurophysiological at some effect.
Yeah, well, when I say it's directly affects it, I mean it's going to go through a few pathways, but it does. If you increase input, then the muscle tone goes down. Whether that's truly direct or not is arguable. But for our purposes, it's direct.
Okay. Number 44, bleeding disorders is particularly problematic when manipulating which region?
Yeah.
For some reason, I had it in my mind that it was the thoracic spine because of
Yeah, and I know why as
the
well.
canal.
And that's true. It is the thoracic spine.
Okay.
The reason is the size of the canal
Right.
compared to the viscera. The vitreous content is much smaller, so a small amount of blood actually will have a bigger effect on the spinal column than it will in other areas.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we had talked about that, but then I went back through my notes and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, did I dream that or?
Did I don't know if I sent this to you or not. Let me make a note of it. Did I send you a thing? How much have you got from me on the thoracic spine recently?
Well, I wasn't able to get, like, you had the thoracic disc.
Yeah.
I watched that, and then you sent one this week, but I wasn't able to get it to work about, I think it was chest wall pain.
Yeah. You couldn't make it work?
No, like your screen would come up, but it just stayed at the front page.
Okay, I'll have a look. It's probably that was YouTube, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll have a look. It may not have uploaded properly. Okay, well, I'll re-put it on. And there's another one I did on actually, I think that was it, about discogenic, because that one talks about the spinal cord being vulnerable.
Right. Maybe that's where I heard it from then, because I knew I heard it somewhere, but I couldn't find it in my notes.
Yeah, I said it in class. I know I say it in class with the
yeah, okay.
That's probably where you got it from.
Okay. There was one more. So number 16, I think. Which of the following is true about craniovertebral instability? Oh, no, that's not it. No, we went through that one already.
Is that your number 15?
Number 16, but we went through that one already, and we came to the conclusion it is most usually associated with systemic arthritis.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was one about, number 12, which I do believe, I think I just read this one wrong. Which of the following conditions is least likely to cause non-fracture anterior instability at the atlantoaxial segment? That would be trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, good.
Yeah, I think I've gone through it a few times, gone through the notes and all of that. I think I'm feeling okay with most of the questions.
Okay. I'm just thinking of the dates. We've got December 26th, isn't it? Next Sunday. Yeah. So after that will be January 2nd, isn't it?
2nd. Yeah.
I can do another Zoom thing. I'm not sure just how valuable it'll be though. What do you think?
Yeah. If I'm the 2nd, I might be away. And I'm assuming maybe people might be gone for New Year's.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'll open it up, see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to tell you a story about one of my patients this week.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, I seen him a while ago. He came in because I do vestibular, and he came in. He was a really poor historian. Long story short, he had dizziness, and after kind of checking a few things out, I said, I think it could be coming from your neck, but it's just feeling something seems off. And he'd had dizziness for a while, and then he did typical BPPV where he woke up in the night, got up, and it hit the spinning, and he fell and he hit his head and ended up getting a bit of a concussion out of it.
Yeah.
So after assessing him, I just said, you know what, something doesn't seem right, because one of the things he had said was he has numbness in his hands and his toes. I thought, well, that seemed a little bit weird, and then nothing else seemed to really be adding up. But like, he had decent neck range of motion. There wasn't any like tenderness or anything like that. But so I said, okay, I think you need to go back to your doctor. So I sent him back to his doctor, and eventually he called me back and said, so after 6 weeks of complaining to my doctor, they finally sent me for a CT scan. Fractured dens.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy, hey?
Yeah. How much pain was he in the neck? Much?
Well, he was this typical rough.
Yeah.
It was probably, he was maybe 60. Like he didn't, I never in my, like, I wasn't expecting that by any means.
No,
But yes, his family doctor called him back and was like, you need to like come now. And they put him in a collar and they sent him to a specialist. And then the specialist was like, well, you can take the collar off. Like there's not much we can do about it now.
yeah, it's all healed. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Save yourself some grief there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bloody physicians, I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
Yeah. Like I sent a letter and said, something, but it had this guy he'd been complaining and complaining and complaining. And then they finally sent him for a CT. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. So you didn't hear anything from the doctor?
No, not a thing.
A good chance you've lost a doctor there.
Yeah, maybe.
They're really weird. Very strange people.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Not for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, not for him.
Coming up like that.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, you don't want to be right, but you want to be right at the same time.
yeah, well, I was feeling good. I was like, oh, thank God I sent him. But like, I think because a lot of what we've been talking about, like, I think that really helped. So I wanted to share that with you.
Oh, good. Thank you. Great. Okay. I'll see about, I'll put that up again, see if I can get it a little bit better. And yeah, okay.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Tim.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.